Tiffany here, and Brad with Years of Years, and it's This Day in Disney for December 23rd.
Tomorrow's Christmas Eve.
That's right.
Hang those
Almost
stockings.
here. It's crazy. But today we're gonna talk about another movie premiere. You know, this time of year, there's so many
Christmas movies.
Christmas movies, and it's a good time to go watch movies with your family. I think that's
It is.
a tradition, because this one goes back to 1954, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, Disney live film starring Kirk Douglas, James Mason, and Peter Lorre is released.
Yeah.
Yes.
And Kirk Douglas, that's the father of Michael Douglas of Ant-Man, you know, Disney.
That's right.
Fame. I mean, obviously so many things.
Right.
Yeah. Great film. Like, special effects wise.
Yes.
I mean,
they did really good.
this constructing rooms, these were the first time that these things have been done. Like, there had been models being done before. There had been a lot of miniature stuff doing. You know, the days of Buck Rogers' paper tube rocket was over. Like, this was special effects cinema. So, I mean, it's awesome.
Yeah. So it was shot in CinemaScope, and
which I believe means
widescreen. Yeah, widescreen movie format. This was the first science fiction film by Disney Studios, and it was enormously popular. It grossed $6.8 million, but unfortunately, it cost $9 million to make.
Fair enough.
Yikes! It didn't.
And it shows.
Yeah.
I mean, this movie is one of those clamshell classics that I just love from the rental days.
Right.
But as a child, it was hard to always get through it. It is a longer film. It can be a tense film, a scary film, but very, very, very good film. Right. And also, when I was growing up, if you don't mind, like, there was, you know, I mean, there's a channel across the United States of America called WGN, and it is broadcast nationwide, but it originates in Chicago. And they had a program on Sunday afternoons called Family Classics.
Yes.
And it was hosted by the same gentleman every week, like in a study, share, you know, kind of like the TMC style, like that we enjoy today. But this was network television out of Chicago, and this was one of those films every afternoon. Every week, a different classic film, and this was one of them as well. So.
Yeah, for sure. So, of course, it won 2 Academy Awards, one for Best Art Direction and one for Special Effects, which it just makes sense. It was well done. Yeah. This was considered an early precursor of steampunk.
There you go.
Yeah.
Absolutely, with the submarine and everything. Yeah.
The styling and everything.
But, yeah, I mean, it's just as much, I mean, it's totally true. I'm not contesting that. That's true. But it's just as much Art Nouveau, too, and France. I mean, and nods to Jules Verne.
Yes, so. Absolutely. Absolutely. So, the film was especially remembered for Mason's definitive performance as the charismatic anti-hero Captain Nemo. Yeah. Right? And then...
Dark, foreboding, tall, thin, bearded, strong. You have this leadership. Like, even the strongest lead males in this in this movie are like drawn to follow him in his madness. It's incredible. Right.
Yeah. And then the other one was the big fight scene with the big squid.
Yes. So, and that really is where not just the special effects, but the art direction come in, imagining some of these things for the first time. And we had a lot of pulp fiction and pulp, like a pulp amazing stories and illustrators and artists in there, and you know, a lot of exposure to that kind of art, but realizing it to film, this was the first time out of magazines. It's amazing.
Yeah, so it was filmed in the Bahamas and Jamaica, but the San Francisco shots were actually at Universal Studios. Yep.
What?
Yes, and most...
Treacherous.
And, to boot, most of the modeling shots were at 20th Century Fox.
What? Which is okay now. No.
It's okay. It's all good. I mean, I think maybe back then they shared and used different things for different reasons.
So
paid
nice.
for it. I'm sure they paid
for
for
it
it
together.
because
the same banks were in with all of them, and they're like, you have to work with them.
Was spent making this film.
Yeah,
so that's in 1954. So,
wow.
So it was so complex that the technical crew they had was over 400 people. And it was praised as being pretty close to the novel by
I just
Jules
found the
Verne.
9 million. 400 people.
I don't know.
That's wonderful, though. 400 jobs.
Well,
just with the special effects.
It would also be those the 3 stars that I mentioned because it was the first time that Disney had well-known stars.
Okay. Yes,
they were praised for their performances, but I'm sure they came with a price tag too.
Of course.
Yeah. So all of it, but it worked, and it was phenomenal, and it was hugely successful, winning those awards. And
seriously,
I mean, some things, I guess, watching all these films over time, it's like some things are done that, you know, really make money. Some things are done to
advance art,
advance the studio, advance how people view Disney. And I mean, I personally think it's worth to take a hit if it's going to have people respect you more because of the work you've done. Yeah, I mean, you have to spend money to do certain things, and that's what happened here.
And they know how to do it.
It worked. Yeah.
Thank you, Disney.
Yeah, for sure.
It's a tradition. But go watch it.
Yeah. Have you guys seen it? Do you like it? Did you enjoy it as a child?
Yeah.
Do you like it better now?
We just talked about the black hole last week.
Yeah.
Very connected. Very similar retelling.
Well, this was definitely more
it's
widely.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, people loved it. And like I said, I don't know if you heard me about it was praised as being close to the novel.
How often do you hear that?
You don't often hear that.
Not at all.
Now, if you take a look at it, a real close look, there's differences.
Yeah.
But they did a pretty good job.
Amazing.
So.
Go watch it.
Go watch it. Tell us what you think. And that's it